and all of them might be wrong. They all might be wrong, right? And what can I do about it? They're all wrong. So here you are. Welcome, my YouTubers, Junior, Susan, Businessman. You are all of you. I can't tell your names. Good morning, Stacy on Instagram. And I have no idea what's going to happen on YouTube, but I'm going to find out. I'll learn. And that is what life is all about, is to give yourself the ability to learn. And when you give yourself the ability to learn, hi Stace, you will notice that you have to make a mistake. And maybe because I went unlisted, nobody shows up. But can we do anything about this now? No, I pressed the button already. It's too late. I'll apologize to my friends and we will start the show. It's 8 o'clock. Let's get it going. We cannot do anything except get it going. Now, here you go. What I know for sure, it's Friday and it's 8 o'clock in the morning on the 4th of April, 2025. And I am 78 years old, will be 79 on the 10th of May, 2025. And what I know for sure is this. Hi, Loretta, long time no see. What I know for sure is this, that life does get harder. Life does get challenging. Life does push us back. But while life is pushing us back, getting challenging, taking us to another level, Tessa, Sue will not be here this morning. She says she loves you. Thank you, Sue. I love you too. Miss you. Hope your husband gets better soon. And then I know for sure when we practice pushing our muscles in there. Good morning, cousin. How are you feeling this morning? When you push yourself further than the challenges that you face, that everybody tells you that makes life harder, you will notice that you are changing. Yeah. You'll notice that when you push yourself above and beyond what they're telling you, you are changing. And you go, Tessa-Marie, what do you mean I'm changing? It's stifling me. I cannot understand what to do. I do not know where to go from there. Well, I'm telling you, where to go from there is in the direction you're facing. Because when you first go to the gym, you're sitting there and everything, you don't even have to go to the gym. It's hard. It's challenging. When you try to touch your toes in the morning and you cannot touch your toes, or you're stiff, or this is hurting, or this is cranking. Yeah, you cannot do that. Why is it that you cannot touch your toes in the morning? Because something is holding on. When I pressed the button a while ago on TikTok, and I went instantly live without even putting a topic on, I had no idea. But you think I panicked? Yesterday, my screen was red. Today, I just kept knocking it. It went back gray. I have no idea, but it was challenging yesterday. So I stopped and I said, you know what? I'm just not going to go live on TikTok if I cannot figure it out. The time is 8 o'clock. People is waiting somewhere. Now, today, they keep telling me, do not post your videos on YouTube as soon as you make it. Give it time to simmer like good spaghetti sauce. I put it unlisted. Nobody is here. So now I'm finding out unlisted means no one can see it when it's live. What do you do, Tessa-Marie? What do you do? I have to continue. I have to get stronger. How do I get stronger? Is learn what to do and polish it and do it some more. Yes, learning what to do will make me stronger. I have to face a mistake. Good morning, sister. Good morning, Betty. Good morning, Colleen. Morning, Ezra. Morning, Stacy. How are you guys feeling today? Those of you on Cowgirl, Adam, Tecker, all of you wonderful people and Bezels, all of you on TikTok, thank you for coming. You've been here for 7 minutes while I was trying to figure out what to do. So today, I know for sure. What I know for sure, I just learned today. And what I know for sure is that if I press unlisted on YouTube, nobody can come to see me live on YouTube. But I like having the participants, the people, they leave messages, they make comments, we all get that. But now I know, and I know for sure, I didn't know yesterday. I didn't know it before 8 o'clock. I said to those who were on TikTok early that I am going to do this and I will find out and I will get stronger. So now I know and I'm going to get stronger. So, what about you? What is the one thing you know for sure that if you do it and you keep doing it, you'll get stronger? But people are telling you, no, it is too difficult. Life is too challenging. Go sit back. Don't do that. But we cannot be like that. Life doesn't get harder for us all the time, or it doesn't just get weak all the time. You know what is constant is we getting stronger. We go through life, and if we do what we're supposed to do, regardless of what is happening around us, we get stronger. And that is why, as we come to be around my age, you start thinking life is easier. But in all the stages you do have challenges. All the stages that we go through, there are challenges. It's the consistency and the perseverance and the determination and the no, I can do this. I must, because if I don't do it, those people are not going to get life going for themselves. So we have to make sure that we turn up the volume on our ability so that we can find out what we know for sure. Good morning, Jilly. So hi Terry, how are you? So, good morning, everybody. How are you guys feeling? TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, how are you guys doing? So, let me tell you, when we have to do something, we cannot just sit back and say that life is getting harder, so we are going to give up. So, what I want to say to you, we are not giving up. We are holding on to our belief that we can do it. And maybe it will be a slower step, a more deliberate step, a more who am I question. But the point is, we need to find it out and decide that life has to bend. Maybe we just get stronger. Yes, we get stronger. Our minds become stronger. Our attitude becomes stronger. The body that is not really us might weaken as we get older. But our tenacity, our determination, our focus, our decision, I can do this, is not going to get any weaker because we are alive in it. And that is one of the things we have to remember. So when we're sitting here and we are facing a challenge, should we just bend our knees and sit there and take the challenge, or should we rise like the phoenix from the ashes and say, hell no, hell no? Now, sometimes when you are rising, you do not know where you're going. When the disaster has cut you at the knees, you do not know how to get up on the bony knee. But you have something that tells you for sure, hey, you need to get up now. You need to get up today. You need to push through. And when you try to hold onto something, you're holding onto craggy rocks and metal. But you still have to press your hand into the ground and your broken knee into the ground to stand up. Because you see, if you allow the thing that is a hard life to get to you, you will not get up and do it again and again and again and again. Because if you do not have that tenacity or that drive to know that, yes, I can, I have this amazing ability and I want to do this, I want this, I desire that. And you have to say, what is my path? The moment you come to the point when you find that life is throwing these bullets at you, they're tripping you, something is always in your way, you need to pause. And you can practice it in meditation, or you just need to pause. Stop talking. Do not call another human being. Put the phone down. Stand up and say, what is the path I should be on? Where is my way? What is my way? And who am I? Because the minute we know who we are, the internal us, the source of us, the real us, the true us, we have a path. The minute we know the person who we are, not the body who we are, we become stronger. As I said, with age, the body weakens. And there is nothing we can do about this now, is there? We can keep it a little bit more flexible by constantly doing this from the age of 15 until today. Yes, I can still do yoga poses, but I learned them when I was 22. I started the journey of yoga, and that is 56 years ago. So naturally, the body can flex and do what it wants because I practice it all the time. Were there days when the challenges of life stopped me? Yes, there were. But did I stay there and drop my yoga practice, which I know would help me to be me today, all those years ago? Because life threw me what a wrench in my spoke wheel or spoke whatever, right? Life threw me a curveball, and I wasn't ready for that curveball. So did I stay with my little curveball in my hand and not drop it and say, you don't belong to me? Or did I just stay there and push forward? Because I have to know how to push forward. I have to win at what I decide to do. So life does not only get harder physically, and that one, in some cases, very minute cases, as you age, you can control. But it's not that. It keeps getting weaker. Life does not just get weaker. Life moves because you are getting stronger. The muscle flex because you are flexing it every day. The challenges of doing a yoga pose is more, but if you do it, you will get better at it. Is when we stop being consistent that we choke and we say life has always been hard for us. And some people say life is just keep getting harder. And I said the parallel to that, this next side of life getting harder for us is that we getting stronger for ourselves, the true self, the core, the internal. So I have a saying that I use. I said, I am not a body. I am not a body. I am free. I am exactly as God created me to be. And that's who I am. I am not a body. I am free of the human body. My core, my true me is inside, the one that wants to come and take a chance and messed up YouTube today. So nobody can see me on YouTube because I put unlisted. I'm looking for a solution. Did I stop back? Will I regret that? No. But what it gave me is knowledge I didn't have at 8 a.m. this morning. No, I know I cannot do that. But up until 8 o'clock, if I hadn't stepped in and said, okay, life, what it is you have concerning this situation on YouTube and unlisted and all of that, then just think about it. I would always have that question. When you do not take the stance to get a question, an answer right from a question, you are blocking more information from coming to you. You are preventing yourself from learning. My mother said that to me. There are no stupid questions, she said. You didn't know, and now you know. So there were 100 million people in the room and on TikTok who already know that. Instagram, everybody knows that. I didn't. If I hadn't done it, I wouldn't have been able to tell you, yeah, it doesn't work for what I desired it to be. So you see, life was challenging because it was there, and I didn't allow it to hold me back. I opened it up and I said, take your time. Good morning, Roslyn. How are you doing this morning? How are you feeling today? So I opened it, I cut it up, and I forced myself to press that button and take a chance. What about you? What about you? What are you doing today? You need to step up and you need to decide. It's either you give in to life, you give in to your friends, you give in to the critics, you give in to the enemy, you give in to parents, you give in to everybody who is telling you how you should be, the core of you. If you were created to be generous, you cannot let people that are not generous make you like them. And that I know for sure. That I know for sure. They have a loud mouth. The less they have accomplished is the more they have to tell you to do. Isn't that funny? But then there was a thing I learned when I went to school said empty barrels made the most noise. If you ever take a pan that has no water in it and you slam it down on the counter, bang, you try it if water wouldn't make as much noise, but it'll splash you in the face. But the noise wouldn't wake up the baby in the other room, will it? Because it has solid in it. It's not as noisy, it's not as clanky. That's what they are. And what I know for sure is that they can make your life harder by their feelings, their opinions, their judgment, their assumption, their words they use too. You hear it, man, and you just go, wow. I have been there. I have been told that I said something that I didn't. And then when somebody else said, they said, no, it wasn't Tessa-Marie. She didn't say that. She was there, but she never said that. So do you know how that feels when that comes from somebody you know, or you maybe care about, or you believe is a friend? So what I know for sure, that these are the things that make our life harder. And what I know for sure, if we take them on and we believe that pure nonsense that they're talking about, then we are giving in and we are not getting stronger. It's time we press the button that says stronger over here. And that button is not really brilliant, right? Because you have to go there and work. You want stronger, press button to the left or the right. You want to go with the hood, big open door, step in there and become a part of the hood. You are hidden. That I know for sure. That is why my topic is today, what I know for sure. If you want to be you, good morning, Nancy. How are you feeling this morning? If you want to be you, you have to choose the path less trodden on. If you want to be the true you, you have to know. And if you don't know, keep asking that flipping question. What is my path? What is my way? Where is my way? What is my path? And who am I? The more you ask that question, is the more the question will come towards you. It doesn't want to leave you unattended. It wants you to be you. You were created to be this unique individual. You are not the body. Neither are those beautiful, curvaceous women and men and muscle. Really, they're not that. When we open the door, we find out that these people are weaker than any of us could possibly be. So you understand what I'm saying right now. The door that is the road that is everybody is on has a big door. The road that is less traveled is tiny and craggy and scary. And there you are, and thinking, oh my goodness, will I ever make it? Yes, you will. Good morning, Deborah. How are you feeling today? Deborah, I didn't know that if I put what is it I said? Unlisted on YouTube. Nobody would be able to go on YouTube. But I found out. I didn't know and I'd been worrying about it. Now I know. So what I'm saying to everyone, life does not always get harder than it was yesterday. It does not get harder as life goes on. But what changes is that we get stronger. I think of the 22-year-old me who didn't know that I didn't have to choose a tomato to suit a husband I just married. That I could just pick a tomato because that's the tomato I like. I didn't know that then. My friends soon made me wise in seconds being there. And the next thing I knew for sure was that I grew stronger. I got more determined. I was more focused. I was more demanding of my relationship with him. Hey, and I was able to say, listen to me, how you treat me now, you never know how I will treat you later. So choose to be nice. Make sure you know what you're doing. So you have to make sure that you understand this, that I'm amazing, Deborah, thank you, that life is not getting harder. It's that we are getting stronger. And if you doubt it, take a look. Take a look back. Inflect for a moment and say, yes, yeah, I'm not the same me that started doing this. I have experience. I have tenacity. I know the way. It's like going on a journey and you do not have a GPS. And even if you have a GPS, you don't know whether it's a street or a road or lane or cut, right? They just name it, or whatever they want to call these places. And then I'm in Toronto. If I put Tivoli Court, hi Kathleen, good morning. How are you feeling today? I am in Toronto. If I put Tivoli Court, I can get a Tivoli Court in Florida. So you see, we do not always know our way. But and the way for us is not an easy way. It is challenging. And we can choose that door or that little journey there. That door is where the herds are. The herd, everybody matches to the same tune, they dance to the same tune. And when they go through that door, they might get a rash. They're itching, nothing fits, their feet hurt, they get a headache. It never occurs to them is, hey, you're in the wrong place. You're frequenting the wrong group. Your stripes are different. Take a look at yourself and step aside and get into your own lane. Ask, where is my path? I can't find my path. Show me my way. Where is my way? And who am I? That's the question we need to learn to ask every day. Who am I? You are not your dress. You're not Kathleen or Dawn or Nancy or anybody. You are not I'm Kia. You're not that one. You're not Stacy. You are you. You're unique. And you need to understand there's some herds that you get involved with, and you might be born into that herd. But every time you go to that herd, you dread showing up to Thanksgiving dinner. You just dread showing up for 1 minute of time because you are scared and you know that is not your herd. But you do it anyway. And you live there exhausted, sick, and you wish you hadn't gone, but it's too late. So, what I know for sure is to find out who you are. And do not cease from asking that question, not of your friends, on a walk, sitting in silence, driving your car. Who am I? I know I do not, this thing I have to do tomorrow. That is not where I want to be. So who am I? Because when you know who you are, you can plan for the inevitable. You can plan for those occasions that you're entering. In my book, The 5 Pillars of Prosperity, I talk about emotional prosperity and how to get out of a situation that you know you're going there. And you have to be strong because they're going to look at you. And the thing is not a public place. It's family, it's friends, it's this. Are you sure you should do that? Why are it's like they know you're coming and they got the Encyclopedia Britannica and they're looking for all sorts of phrases and discussions and clauses and things that they want to put in front of you. He's coming. I need to get him. I need to make him realize that all of this is wrong. That road he's traveling on, that unique, amazing road, that he can stop on the side and sit on a bowl and watch the world go wrong. That road is not for him. The road that is for him is the road that is crowded and yucky and complaining and they're blaming and they cannot assume anything because they don't know what to do. They all look alike, but they're not alike. And they're constantly in turmoil. They wonder why. When you go to that door, and that big door where all the herds are marching in, when you leave, find out what your body is saying. Do you have a headache? Are you in a foul mood? Have you become impatient? Are you sucking on your teeth? Are you doing that? Are you just, you know what? Are you feeling dizzy? Are you sick? Do you want to throw up? All of that will happen to you. And all of that at a different time, your body is sending that information out to you. Hey, you are in the wrong group. You should not be there. You should not be in that door. Go on that other path. You know that path with that craggy road and a boulder to sit on, no fancy chairs. You do not have to fight, and you might just get a little bit of water to drink, and you might have to pick a wild fruit for you to eat to survive. Yeah, that road. Go there. It's your road. It's your path. It's your way. And that is where you will find you, not the shell that covers you. That's why when we stop talking and we close our eyes and we take our last breath, we leave the shell behind. We take our last earthly breath and the shell remains. That's who is there. So that tells you that we are not our body. But somehow, some way, life told us we are our body. We are not our body. We are more than that. The inner us is there. So what I know for sure, we need to stop believing that the shape, the color, everything about this physical body is truly Tessa-Marie. No, it's not. Tessa-Marie is a determination of a woman who is 78 years old, who does not give a crap about what others think of her. Literally. I do not give a crap if I do not have 500 million thousand followers, because are they going to come to my funeral if it's raining or is it snowing? Are they going to come to my funeral? And these are the people you have to ask that. Those that will show up no matter what at your funeral, get them to sign this piece of paper. I will show up and I will walk in mud to the cemetery and stand there until they lower the coffin and make sure you are there. Or will I say, oh, I cannot get the time off work? Is that the group you want to be in? I need to know. If that is the group, ask yourself that question: who am I? What I know for sure is that those that will follow your casket in a storm, in a rainstorm, on a wet day, in a stormy hailstorm, they are far and few in between. And if you will not find them in the herd, you will not find them amongst those big herds of people. They're not there. Those people that will be there for you during those times, they are on the road less traveled. They know who they are. They know their path. They have chosen their path. They found their way out of the wilderness of being where everybody is. Sometimes, a few of us have to wait a long time, a age time. We might want to always believe it. One man said to me once, I came home from school, he said, and I couldn't get into this group of men, of boys. And I was like, grade 12, no, grade 7. Anyway, he was 12. And then he said, I went home and I told my grandmother, and I feel so terrible that I cannot make, they're not liking me. I cannot get into that group. And it's really a nice group of guys, 12-year-olds. And his grandmother said to him, listen to me. You are you. If they do not want you in the group, it's going to be hard because you want to be in a group. Everybody wants to be in a group. But when I look at you, and I look at them, that's not your group. And he said, what is my group, Grammy? What is my group? And Grammy said to him, your group is you going on a road that is not crowded. Your group is to stand up and do your best. Your group is to show them you do not belong in their group, but you get 90% on all of your tests. Your group is when it is time for track and field, you run faster. Your group is to be on time. Your group is to know the answer. You do not need a group. If you stay on that road, you will find the people that are just like you on that road. It doesn't matter about Grammy. They talk badly about me in the cafeteria. Oh, well, the cafeteria is a noisy place. You're not supposed to hear them talk. They look at me, really? You're not even sure that they can see. But you're saying that they're looking at you. You didn't hear their talk, and you're saying they're talking about you. You know, my dear son, go out there and be yourself. Find your own path, find your own way, and find out who you are. Because the life you're entering is going to give you a handful of challenges. And if you do not know who you are, you will not be able to stand up to those challenges and do better than you did yesterday. So, what I know for sure is that if you ask yourself a question today, what do I need to be myself? How do I find out that person, that thing that leaves the human body on earth and goes? Who is that? Where does it go? Because I am not a body, I am free. I am exactly as God created me. And so are you. You're not a body. You're free to move. You're free to fly. And no matter what is wrong about you from your point of view or the point of view of others, you are exactly as God created you. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you for coming. And I am sorry about what I did to my YouTube followers today, but we'll have a discussion about that. Take care of yourself and have a great day. Bye, all my friends on TikTok, Confused Mirror, Anna. So many of you came today. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you. And I look forward to seeing you again on Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. I'll do a financial show. Take care, everybody. Bye bye. And my YouTube friends, I'm ending the stream because I know now what to do and what not